Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Joyce time. But you knew that anyway, didn't you? You can tell now. If I'm in the chair, it's a Joyce time. So there's one really sticking out today. And if you haven't seen my videos before, my readings are from the Everyday Life Bible by Joyce Meyer. And I bring them to you. And if you want to follow on, you can get if you're lucky enough to have one of these wonderful Bibles, you can get yours and we read it through together. So look, well, one stood up quite high. So where are we today? It's page 906. It's Psalm 78, 12. And it's called Leave Your Stubbornness Behind. I wonder what this one's about. Let's have a look. I've got the marker so that we don't lose where we're reading. Ready? Are you sitting comfortably? Now I begin. What was that? It was on something on telly, wasn't it? Telling stories or something. Was it Jack and Ori? Not sure. Could have been older than that. Anyway, let's get going then. Leave your stubbornness behind. Psalm 78 describes some of the things that happened to the Israelites as they journeyed from Egypt to the Promised Land. Despite God's gracious and miraculous provision for them time and time again, verse 8 tells us that they were very stubborn and rebellious during their years in the wilderness. That is precisely what caused them to die there. They simply would not do what God had told them to do. They would cry out to God to get them out of trouble when they got into a mess. They would even respond to his instructions with obedience until circumstances improved. Then repeatedly, they would go right back to rebellion. It's not good, is it? This same cycle is repeated and recorded so many times in the Old Testament that it is almost unbelievable. And yet, if we are not walking in wisdom, we will spend our lives doing the same thing. As we read about the Israelites and their time in the wilderness, let us learn from their mistakes and not repeat them in our own lives. Bit from Joyce. I suppose some of us are just by nature a little more strong-willed than others. And then, of course, we must consider our roots and how we got started in life, because that affects us too. Joyce speaking. I was born with a strong personality. The years I spent being abused and controlled, plus my already strong personality, combined to develop in me the mindset that nobody was going to tell me what to do. Obviously, God had to deal with his bad attitude before he could use me. The Lord demands that we learn to give up our own way and be pliable, and mouldable in his hands. As long as we are stubborn and rebellious, he cannot use us. I describe stubborn as obstinate or difficult to handle or work with, and rebellious as resisting control, resisting correction, unruly, or refusing to follow ordinary guidelines. Both these definitions describe me as I used to be. The abuse I had suffered in my early life caused a lot of my out-of-balance attitudes towards authority. But in order to grow as a person and be successful in life, I could not allow my past to become an excuse to stay trapped in stubbornness, rebellion, or anything else. Victorious living requires prompt and precise obedience to God. We grow in our ability and willingness to lay aside our will and do his. It is vital that we continue to make progress in this area. It is not enough to reach a certain plateau and think, I've gone as far as I am going to go. We must be obedient in all things, not holding back anything or keeping any doors in our lives closed to the Lord. Let him do a thorough work in you so that you can leave your wilderness behind and enter your promised land. No good being stubborn, is it? We need to be able to ask God, listen to him, do what he's saying without being stubborn. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. Which can come up. Yes, I don't want to do that. Why would I want to do that? But we mustn't. So, okay, God suggested this. It must be for my own good. Plod on. Let's go. Full steam ahead. So there you go. That is today's reading. Leave your stubbornness behind. Not nice, is it, being stubborn? It doesn't make you an approachable person or a friendly person because you're just too stubborn. I don't even like that word. But so I hope you've enjoyed this reading today. Do give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe. More the merrier. All are welcome on my crazy channel. I should say, you stay safe, you take care. And it's bye-bye for now.